Greetings and salutations, Outsiders! Fallout 4's script extender is now compatible with the next-gen update thanks to a new patch. Thus, we'll be showcasing the new Creation Club content. A link to Mr. Outside's downgrader tutorial will appear at the end of the video. First up is the new Chinese grenade launcher, which may not look like anything special at first glance, but I would say that this ranks similarly to the China Lake mod. How is that possible? Oh, well, it has new animations, a stylized look well-suited to Fallout 4, where rather than being an extremely well-polished weapon, it is instead a roughed-up launcher with an almost home-manufactured appearance. That, paired with the new textures, makes this an appealing weapon for just about anyone. My favorite was most assuredly the communist paint job.
No way, give me that graffiti, it makes me happy.
That one is pretty great. I just don't like the spray-painted look.
It just gives it character.
Nevertheless, what really got me was the new blast shield, which makes you look and feel like an unmitigated badass. Combine that with the drum mag, and you'll conquer the Commonwealth like an Army of Two character. The standard sights are integrated into the slide on the left-hand side, but are replaced by the sight box on the blast shield, which should give you better accuracy. The standard ammo capacity is 4 frags, which gets bumped up to 6 with the drum mag.
But if you aren't in the market for something this clean and fancy, you'll be glad to get the other grenade launcher, which only chambers 1 frag round. Though the ammo capacity is limited and can't be upgraded, the weapon is still devastating. Most importantly though, it is a frack load lighter than the Sirius series, allowing you to use it in a pinch. It even has a scope for increased accuracy at range. That said, I don't really care how much it weighs because I'm an animation junkie. If the anims aren't cool, Tess is out of the door, darling. That is why the snazzy new drawing animations have you flopping around like a dying fish. You can attach a freaking bike seat to this thing to use as a stock, and when you draw the launcher and draw back the hammer, the bicycle bell rings.
The excitement almost killed her.
God will understand my plight, sister. You can also add a suppressor to it for stealth operations. Back to you, Sastra.
Now that we'd spent way too long talking about grenade launchers, let's get out our Tesla Canon. This weapon was introduced near the end of Fallout 3 to combat the Enclave's troop carriers. It allowed the wielder to take out an entire squad of soldiers before they even had the chance to set boots on the ground. It can now be acquired in Fallout 4 via a semi-short Easter egg hunt of a quest called Best of 3, or by fighting by fighting the Enclave troops, newly added by the next-gen update. It is an immensely powerful weapon capable of firing an explosive energy bolt that can pretty easily take down Deathclaw, Rad Scorpions, and anything else you might encounter. That is because it has a high rate of fire and the single fastest reload speed of any weapon ever.
Hal didn't even believe it was possible until we pointed out the round counter.
I hardly believed it. A weapon this powerful shouldn't be reloaded by clicking a button. It's pretty unfair.
Says you, but I need the edge in battle.
The weapon has very few modifications, only featuring additional barrel types that are largely aesthetic, and a change of firing type that makes the blast chain outward, striking nearby enemies with bolts of electricity. I'm about to spoil the quest, so skip forward if you don't want to hear this part.
Spoilers.
Quiet, you. The quest starts by tuning into the Vault-Tec distress signal, which will lead you to a dead gunner near Somerville Place. On his body, you'll find a holotape that explains his nefarious plan. Read it, and you'll be instructed to access his Pip-Boy. Once you've done that, you'll be sent to the nearby church within the glowing sea to fight a massive horde of ghouls in an inconveniently tight space. Defeat them and locate the fallen gunner. Then access his Pip-Boy, which will direct you to the local radio tower. Go there, and you'll be able to initiate the tracking beacon that you can follow to the wreckage of a plane, accompanied by suspicious ash piles. Locate the final fallen gunner, and you'll be attacked by a gunner wielding a Tesla Canon. He would have been wise to wear power armor.
Undoubtedly. Thinking of which, Hellfire and X-02 power armors have both been added to the game, and they can be acquired in a variety of ways. Some are easy, while others are fairly tough. Those of you not looking for much of a fight would be best off choosing the quests Pyromaniac and Speak of the Devil, which can be accomplished at significantly lower levels. Pyromaniac only involves exploring the forest outside of Saugus Ironworks, where a forged crew has somehow acquired a suit of X-03 power armor. That's Hellfire, by the way. Not that it helped them much when Outside slunk in with his revolver, a link for which should be posted in the top right corner. Speak of the Devil is slightly more complicated. You'll need to visit a series of locations, fight a bunch of enemies, and follow clues to ultimately unravel the secrets of the Black Devil, a former Enclave agent turned vigilante.
For those of you who are higher level, though, we suggest fighting your way through the quest Echoes of the Past.
Absolutely. Though Speak of the Devil has a cool story and gives you the option to restore the Enclave radio station, Echoes of the Past is just way more fun, and gives you a good reason to explore the glowing sea.
When I first played Fallout 4, I expected a quest like this to be included. This starts with a request to investigate a missing caravan that has obviously been assaulted by an Enclave unit. Defeating them is nothing like defeating the forged wannabe and his X-03 suit. These guys are tougher, more aggressive, and have powerful weapons. Approach with extreme caution. Once you defeat them, you can access the location's terminal, which will send you to the edge of the glowing sea. From there, you'll need to track down the Enclave location, which is fairly tough given the number of threats present along the way. Upon discovering the location, an uphill battle will begin, and you'll be forced to fight your way through a far larger unit than before, consisting of around a dozen troops, most of whom have power armor. The rewards for this quest are amazing, though. Well worth the struggle. You get X-02 and 03 power armor suits, heavy incinerators, a Tesla Canon, and the Colonel's long coat from Fallout 3, which looks way better with Fallout 4's physics extensions and the new textures. Neither of the new power armor suits have many modifications or paint options, so although they are very high quality, the X-02 and Hellfire power armor mods are still preferable, though not nearly as plentiful or accessible as these. Like we've been saying, you'll be able to find them all over the place. All the more so once you've completed Echoes of the Past, which will bring Enclave attack squads into the random encounter lists, similar to the super mutant raiding parties.
You totally usurped my quest talk, sister.
Sorry. Would a nail gun make you feel better?
A nail gun? Did you say a nail gun? I would love a nail gun. Those of you who played FNV's Lonesome Road DLC will certainly recall the H&H Tool Company's high-powered nail gun, which has been significantly upgraded for Fallout 4, effortlessly surpassing the mediocre modded options available. No offense to those creators, this thing has choice sights with solid accuracy, a high rate of fire, and plenty of upgradability to help overcome its shortcomings. To acquire the weapon, you must complete the quest When Pigs Fly, to the best of my knowledge. This, along with many other weapons, will become available for sale after that. The standard version is only accurate at close range, with the slow projectiles struggling to strike targets at more than 15 meters or so. Did you know Outside practices nail throwing?
What are you talking about?
Like the metal ones from construction sites, yeah.
What?
Facts, yo. The nail gun doesn't come with any additional paint jobs, but can be equipped with quick eject mags of both the standard and drum styles. It can also be overcharged with fusion cells and a Gauss modification. That gives it significantly greater range and accuracy, as well as more stopping power for use on upper-level enemies. The weapon can also be equipped with any of nearly a dozen iron sights and scopes.
I don't know why I didn't expect that to be weird. Also added by the WRP quest are the Sawblade Cannon and Baseball Pitching Machine. The Sawblade Cannon is functionally the same as the gas rifle, with the added fun of launching sawblades at your enemies, which have a chance of being retrievable from fallen enemies. The ammo conservation is nice, but pales in comparison to that of the pitching machine, which has a 100% retrieval rate. Combined with the machine's surprising damage output, this weapon is a beast against enemies up to level 60. It can also be upgraded with improved sights, a higher power motor, and a flame attachment. As seen on screen, the flaming baseballs remain after being fired, making them excellent for nighttime operations because they provide additional visibility. The pitching machine has an ammo capacity of 9 balls.
Well, that's not everything that was added, but definitely all the cool stuff. Final thoughts?
Update your game if you haven't. The simple downgrade only takes 1 minute to install, and Outside made the tutorial for people like me and Hal who need help.
That's all we got for today. Check back next week for part 3 of the Classic Mods Master List, and check out parts 1 and 2 if you haven't already seen them.
Later, Outsiders.